Good morning. It is Friday the 13th. I'm Justin Wilfon. We begin this morning with that breaking news. A major cleanup underway this morning, and streets are being closed after a train went off the tracks in North Tulsa. It happened around midnight between Yale and Sheridan north of Pine. It's a mess of some 20 overturned Burlington Northern rail cars that stretches nearly a mile. And diesel fuel is now leaking into a creek. 2 News reporter Patricia Santos live on the scene with an update. Patricia?
Well, Justin, I want to show you what crews are faced with right now. Right behind us, about 10 cars that came off the track here. You can see that the train even took off a tree that you're seeing on the ground there. And as you look closely, you can see what was inside most of the train cars that are here. And you can see brand new vehicles. Again, this is affecting about a mile-long stretch between Yale and Sheridan, north of Pine. There were no injuries reported. Now, we still don't know what caused this accident. We have put in a lot of calls to BNSF, but we understand from a crew here on the scene, it says they say that they think a car hit another parked rail car, and that's when the train came off the tracks. Now, we did speak to a man who lives just about 75 yards from where the derailment happened. Now, he didn't want to go on camera, but he says he felt his home shake just as that crash was happening.
But this was a continuous bang for a while, and it was loud. I thought, I'd hate to think that'd be a derailment. Man, it was loud. And then I started hearing sirens and get used to that, because sometimes the fire trucks are medical.
Now, Tulsa fire crews telling us right now that they have contained that diesel spill. They do tell us that some of that diesel did manage to get into an underground creek. But again, that cleanup is already underway this morning. Right now, they are just waiting for daylight to try and assess the damage here. Live in North Tulsa, Patricia Santos, 2 News works for you.
7:56, I'm Justin Wilfon. A train goes off the tracks in North Tulsa. Some 20 cars have derailed. 2 News reporter Patricia Santos has been there all morning, and she joins us now live with the latest. Patricia?
Well, Justin, we're talking about thousands of dollars worth of damages to brand new vehicles. If you take a look right behind me here, you can see crews already underway getting this cleanup process started. I did just get off the phone with Sooner Emergency Services. They are helping with the diesel spill part of this train derailment. Now, they tell me they have not yet gotten the diesel out of the water that got into a creek, but they are following that creek just north of the crash at about a mile or so, and they hope to get that diesel out of the water pretty soon. Now, this again involved 20 train cars coming from an auto facility. Now, we did talk to a resident who says he heard the crash and then felt his house just shake. Take a listen.
But this was a continuous bang for a while, and it was loud. I thought, I'd hate to think that'd be a derailment. Man, it was loud. And then I started hearing sirens and get used to that, because sometimes the fire trucks are medical.
Now, BNSF not yet saying what caused this train derailment here, but they do have investigators here on site, and we hope to learn more about this crash later this morning. Live in North Tulsa, Patricia Santos, 2 News works for you.
We begin this midday with an update to breaking news we've been following in North Tulsa since early this morning. Crews busy with a big cleanup job after a Burlington Northern train derailed overnight, coming off the tracks in 3 sections. This happened along the 1-mile stretch between Yale and Sheridan, just north of Pine. 2 News reporter Patricia Santos has been at the scene covering this story all morning, and she's there live now with more from the train company. Patricia?
Hey, that's right, Justin. I want to show you in the background right now. You can see crews working the train derailment right now. This is very impressive. Already they have moved about 8 of those vehicles right side up. Right now they're telling me that the weather conditions, the very muddy ground here is slowing them down, but you can see all of the trains already lined up here on the side of the road. Most of them carrying brand new Kia vehicles. Of course, all of them will have to be sent back to the manufacturing company to be scrapped. But Tulsa Fire Department telling us it has been years since they have seen a train derailment of this magnitude. Crews have started the difficult task of moving roughly 20 railroad cars from the crash site. Cars carrying thousands of dollars worth of new vehicles and other cargo. Witnesses say the sound of the crash was just as impressive as it looks.
But this was a continuous bang for a while, and it was loud. I thought, I'd hate to think that'd be a derailment.
Minutes later, Tulsa fire crews were on the scene.
Our initial role was to make sure that there weren't any injuries, and that we didn't need to do any rescues. And there was a hazmat spill. Had a diesel tank under one of the engines that was carrying about 3,000 gallons of diesel fuel.
It was spilling out from the locomotive engine into the storm drain system and into an underground creek.
They had to get out and actually walk through the creek beds and determine how far it went upstream and downstream. It's pretty level right in there, so it actually migrated upstream a little ways.
Crews say they were lucky this time. A derailment this size could have been bad.
If they're carrying something else, then we've got a lot of other issues, and we may have to evacuate or, quarantine areas, but that wasn't the case here.
Back live on the scene now, crews telling us it will take several days to actually clear the ground with that diesel that was spilled, but the water should be cleared by the end of today. And Burlington Northern officials have just arrived on the scene here to tell us exactly how this happened. Now, Justin, I want to tell you that these are Kias here, Kia vehicles, but just up the street, that is where the Mercedes are. Live in North Tulsa, Patricia Santos, 2 News works for you.
Wow, what a mess. Thank you.